My name is Nick,
I'm Teresa.
and we are co-founders of the Fashion Headquarters, or FHQ.
FHQ is a social media website that allows friends and users to interact with other fashion bloggers, fashion retailers, and fashion designers so you can stay constantly updated on the trends.
So we are here to start our video blog for the season. We're going to put out new videos every Friday for you guys. So we'd love you to subscribe to our channel, listen up. Any kind of fashion advice you want to know, we're going to be here. But today we're going to talk about formal. So it is formal season. We're college students. So obviously we're here to talk about the greatest formal season ever. Therese is going to talk about the girls' perspectives. I'm going to talk about the guys' perspectives. And feel free to listen up and hope you guys enjoy this. So to start off, let's go to Teresa. Talk about formal season.
Okay, so me and Nick both have a lot of experience here because since we are part of Greek life, we go all the time. But first question is long dress or short dress to formal? A lot of girls say that since it's formal, you should wear a long dress and a short dress to semi. I'm a fan of wear a short dress all the time just because it's more fun to dance with, it's easier to get around, but when you wear I've worn long dresses. I actually wore a long dress this year, but it's just whatever you're feeling. But I say always go for the short dress. What do you like to see?
Honestly, it's date's preference. Guys don't really make the call on dresses.
Well, I mean,
but I enjoy a longer dress. Like short dresses are always fun, especially for guys. But the longer dress like shows a more elegant to like a woman and shows like she's really like in love with her dress. And even if you do like the short version, like short in the front has a little longer edge, like it's still a nice dress. I just go with whatever the girl wants to go with. I don't like to make my calls on everything because you never want to upset anybody. But that's just how I go with formals. But long dresses are my preferable thing. I like to look at the elegance of the gowns and be like, oh, you guys really went all out this year.
Another preference that girls have is if you're going to do a long dress, they like to have the back cut out because it's a way to, I don't know, just to look sexier, show a little more skin. Also, it keeps you cooler when you're dancing on the floor. But those are other preferences that people have. So, what about bow ties, long ties?
Bow ties, long ties, one of my favorite topics. Me personally, I love the long tie. The long tie to me is like you're a boss. That's how I feel about it. Long tie, you're a boss. But so the bow tie to me is more of the frat star type looking thing. I do love bow ties. I personally own about 7 of them. I love them. I love to bow tie it up. But my perspective on bow ties is I like to wear vests with my bow ties. So I'm not going to wear anything else. So I know the traditional bow tie look is white shirt, bow tie, nice little jacket, and some khakis, almost like when your loafers or your Sperry's, whatever you feel like wearing. The traditional frat type look. I like the look. I will do it if I want to, but I feel that the bow tie, if you're going to wear it to a formal or like a very special occasion, it should be with a vest and just a shirt, nothing else. You wear a nice like black pants, black shirt, like a nice silver bow tie with a silver vest. I feel like that's the way to go for bow ties, unless you're doing a tuxedo. Obviously, bow ties are the way to go. Tuxedos don't really go with anything else. But the long tie, I feel that it gives you the more options. You can wear any type of suit. I personally own 3 different suits. I have ties that go with every one of them. And I like the traditional cufflinks with my nice long tie. I also don't like the buttons always hanging out, so that's why bow ties aren't my favorite unless I wear a vest. But the long tie really is the way to go, and I feel it's a very good way to match your date, especially if they have a different assortment of things. Like bow ties, you like to look funky, be your own self, and be individual, where the long ties are more for like the special occasion that you're dating you want to match. And that's my personal preference. You might guys have a different preference, but it's up to you. Bow ties are always fun. I wear them out, but that's all how you got to choose. Another topic we really want to talk about is formal dates or your date to prom or whatever you want to bring. Guys' perspective versus girls' perspective, a little different, especially how you want to take it. So I'm going to let Teresa go first on how girls choose formal dates.
So this year there was a lot of controversy, especially in my sorority, of who are we going to take? And it seemed that everybody ended up taking their roommate. I did too this time. And I'm always, ever since, like, for the past 3 years, I'm like, gotta take a boy, gotta find someone. And I mean, I haven't been in a relationship during formal season or semi-season, so I haven't had the privilege to have a date already. But it's to take your roommates is always a good way out, and you'll have fun with them. But when people are trying to figure out who they're gonna bring, for girls, we basically go off of who are we gonna have fun with, and not who am I gonna be able to have fun with after formal, whatever. But who am I gonna have fun with there? Is it gonna be awkward? Can we dance together? Will they enjoy being there and the formal occasion? Because you get dinner and everything, and sometimes that's too much for people to handle. But basically for girls, we just kind of, the bottom line, who am I going to have fun with, and will they be able to keep up with everybody else? So, how do boys
obviously, Teresa mentioned it. If you're in a relationship, that's your obvious number one pick. You really have no choice.
You shouldn't take anybody. If you're in a relationship, you have
I've been in a relationship, so me and my girlfriend have been to every formal besides one where we weren't dating. But basically, boys choose formal dates, I guess, a little different. It's sometimes who you want to have fun with, who you think's going to enjoy. Sometimes it's a little bit who you think you're going to have more fun with after the entire event's over. But it's kind of your choice. But my main thing is, when you choose a formal date, obviously someone you want to have a good time with. Like, we have an hour ride to our place where we go to formal. So if you can't have fun with your date on an hour ride bus, you best be killing yourself, because you're going to have a whole 7 hours of formal with this one person. So you want to make sure you have a fun time. So whether you decide to bring someone who's like your best friend from home, or you want to bring a girl who you just recently met, make sure she's like a good time. Like, you want to have fun. You don't want someone who's just going to sit down, complain all the time, and you're just going to be like, man, I wish I brought this other person. You don't want that kind of night. So when you pick a formal date, make sure it's someone you enjoy, not who you think you're going to enjoy later as much. More or less, have fun at formal. What you do after formal, all on your own time. But just enjoy formal while you have it.
But, okay. Boys obviously probably aren't going to take their roommates.
No, we don't.
But would boys, girls they'll settle for the roommate. But would you rather go by yourself or take a random girl?
I know my friend who's been in a relationship and his girlfriend can't come, so he's going stag by himself. So that's just
Does that happen a lot?
Not really. I think it's more or less like, if you can't find a girl who you don't want to go with, like, per se, like, you have your occasional girls that are like your good friends that you just know, like, oh, they'll enjoy it. Like, even if you wanted to bring your roommate who's a dude, it's not even a big deal. Like, I know my roommates are like, man,
do that?
I haven't seen one do it, but like, if you want to do it, go for it.
And they're gonna have fun.
But you have those friends that are your close friends that you've been friends with for years. That you can be like, hey, do you want to go to my formal? I just don't have a date. And I'm sure they'll be like, oh my God, yeah! Because, like, formal is formal. Like, if you get invited to formal, it's fun.
You feel important.
So, that's just my thing. Like, guys don't bring other guys. I haven't seen it yet. I bet you at other schools they might, but at ours, I haven't seen it quite yet.
Small school.
Maybe it will be a first time this year. I'll find out in a couple days. But I'll let you guys know. Basically, this sums up our formal conversation, but please subscribe to our channel. Also, if you want to have any kind of fashion advice, like if you have a question or something about our opinions, or if you want to post an opinion about something, inbox us right on the bottom, and we'll try to make a video every Friday for you guys to talk about what you want to talk about. Or you can email us at the.fashion.headquarters@gmail.com with anything at all, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to hear from you guys soon.
Please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.
Bye.